Welcome to NHL 21. Today we are going to discuss how to score on the breakaway. Now what I initially wanted to do is show like two ways, but I thought that would be a little disingenuous. So I spent quite a bit of time on this and went through a bunch of different ways to score. We looked at it from the right-handed shooter's perspective, the left-handed shooter's perspective, and we're actually the stuff you see right now, we're going to zoom in on that in instant replay, and we're going to show what buttons on the controller, what analog stick you need to press where, explain like the sweet spots to look for to improve your percentages on scoring on these types of plays. And then at the end, we'll discuss what my favorite three moves are, but yours may be different than that. So I just want to show you a bunch of different ways to score, and hopefully you can pick up a couple of them and maybe win some more games. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, it's time to try the one-handed tuck. We have a left-handed shooter. That means we're going to deke to the opposite side. We're going to hold the right analog stick and deke to the right there. We're going to deke to the opposite side. And when we get close, what we're going to do is we're going to press both the L1 and R1 buttons at the same time right there. And if you get the timing down, and this is a really tight window here, but we get the timing down and we get a nice one-handed tuck goal right there. Okay, for this one-handed tuck, we have a right-handed shooter. That means we're going to want to deke to the opposite side. Typically speaking, we want to be, if we have a right-handed shooter, we want to be on the left goal post, lining up around there. Right about here, we're going to go ahead and deke to the left, okay? And right about here, we need just enough spacing, and it's very tight on this one. We push both the, right there, we push both the L1 and R1 buttons at the same time. We have just a small enough window to get by right there. One thing I would point out on this move right here, and that is when you compare it to NHL 20, it has been much more difficult to pull off. That's been my experience. The windows are much tighter than they were in the past. So it's not my go-to move anymore, but it's definitely a move that can still be done successfully. Now it's time to learn the flip shot. Now we want to make sure that we're aiming over one of the shoulders and not over his head. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to press in R3. We're going to hold it down like it's a button. Okay. So we've got R3 pressed down. Right about here, we're going to pull the right analog stick back like we're doing a slap shot, okay? Except the only difference is what we're going to do, instead of doing a slap shot, is we are going to press R1 right there and go over the shoulder for a nice flip shot goal right there. Okay, this time we have a right-handed shooter. That means we're going to want to aim for the right side of the net. What we're going to do here is push in R3, just like it's a button right there. And then we're going to pull back like we're doing a slap shot. Okay? And then, right about, it's really tricky getting that timing down. Right there, we're going to push in R1 to lift the puck over the shoulder and get a nice flip shot goal right there. One other cool thing about the flip shot is that you can do it from multiple angles. Here again, we're going to push back R3, and then we're going to take the right analog stick and hold it back like we're about to do a slap shot. And then instead of doing that, we're going to push R1 for the liftoff right there, and we just get it over the shoulder for a nice goal. Another option we have when skating in on a breakaway is to deke. Here we have a right-handed shooter, so we are going to deke to the right here. Going to skate in, and if you'll notice, the right side of the net is kind of sort of open. So what we're going to do is we're going to deke in, and it's still open. So right about here, we're going to take the right analog stick and push it up. While we're doing that, we're going to move the left analog stick to aim for the top right corner, and we're able to just get it by the goalie right there. He can't stop it. This time we have a left-handed shooter. We're going to deke to the left here. And if you'll notice, the right side is open. You're going to skate up a little bit. And then we're going to take the left analog stick, aim it to the top right-hand corner while we're pushing the right analog stick forward for a nice wrist shot goal right there. And this move is fairly easy to do with a left-handed shooter or a right-handed shooter. It's all about rhythm and timing. Here we go. We got the deke set again. We skate up there. And then aim for the top right-hand corner with the right analog stick right there. And boom, another nice goal. So yeah, this is a move that you can do quite a bit. It's not as good as the forehand-backhand, which we will discuss. But yeah, this is a pretty strong move. Here we are deking again. And if you notice that top right-hand corner is open, we go ahead and we fire again and get another nice hat trick right there. Okay, right here we have a left-handed shooter. That means what we're going to do is we are going to be deking to the left side and then shooting backhand. So we're going to skate up there right now. Okay, somewhere in here, what we're going to do is we're going to take the, well, right about here, we're taking the right analog stick and moving it to the left. That's going to allow us to deke to the left. We're going to hold it for a certain period of time. And then right here, we're going to take both the left analog stick and the right analog stick, and we're going to move them to the right. So we're going to switch to the opposite side. And we get lucky getting the puck by him on this spot. And then we go ahead and we tap the right analog stick up to shoot the puck in the net right there for a nice goal. Okay, we have a left-handed shooter right here. First thing we're going to do is push in the left analog stick, or L3, like a button. And that's going to help us accelerate here, skating fast. And right about here, we're not going to want to skate fast. We're going to want to take the right analog stick and move it to the left. That's the shooting side. So we're going to deke to the forehand side. Okay, we're going to move like we're going to go to the left right there. And then we're going to take the right analog stick right about here. We're going to cross over and change directions. So both of those, we're going to cross over and change directions. And then we're going to take the right stick and put it up right here for a nice wrist shot goal. Okay, right here we have a right-handed shooter, and we're doing the forehand-backhand again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the right analog stick and move it to the right over there. Okay, and then right about here, we're going to take the left analog stick and the right analog stick and move them to the left until we cross over, get the goalie to freeze right there. Goalie's freezing. And then we're going to take the right analog stick and push it up for a nice wrist shot goal right there. Okay, this time we have a right-handed shooter. What we're going to do is we're going to hold down the left analog stick, or L3, push it in as a button to accelerate. We're going to let off it right about here. And then at this point, we're going to take, let's see, right about here, we're going to take the right analog stick and move it to the right. That's because we want to deke to the right. And then we're going to switch back. We're going to take the left analog stick and the right analog stick and move it to the left. So opposite direction. That's why it's called the forehand-backhand. And then right about here, we're going to tap the right analog stick up to shoot it in the goal for a wrist shot, and finish with a nice goal right there. Okay, let's walk through my go-to move on the breakaway. Here we get the puck. We're going to hold down L3, also known as the left analog stick, push it in as a button, and we're going to skate with acceleration there. You can see he's accelerating, and he does not have control of the puck. One thing to keep in mind there. Right when we get just past the blue line, what we're going to do is we're going to take off, let go of the acceleration, and then we're going to take the right analog stick right about right here. We're going to move it to the right, okay? And we're doing that to deke to the shooting side. If we had a left-hander, we'd want to do this the opposite way. But where you have a right-handed shooter, so we're going to deke to the right side. Okay, right when we get about right here, we're going to take both the left stick and the right analog stick and move it to the left. So right there, we're moving it to the left, okay? The object is to get the goalie to freeze. He's gone down, trying to block a shot. We're going to skate past him. And then we're going to take the right analog stick right here, right about right there, and flick it up for a nice goal. And that is my go-to breakaway move. Very effective when done correctly. Sometimes on the breakaway you're faced with like a 2-on-1 where you can't quite beat the goalie here. Here we have the puck we're trying. We can't quite get the forehand-backhand in. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold down R2, and we're going to actually try to pass it back for a one-timer. So we're passing it backwards right there. Okay, and then right here we're going to push the right analog stick up right there for a nice wrist shot goal on a one-timer. Here we have another breakaway, and of course one-timer goals are a very effective way of exploiting the odd man rush. Here we're holding the puck as a deke, and now we're going to pass it with R2 to the left right there. And of course there's an open shooter. We just push the right analog stick up quickly, and it's all about timing, and we get it done right there. So basically for situations that are one-on-one, like they are right here, the one-timer pass can be very effective. Here we're trying to take the puck to the net, and all the angles are cut off. So we're holding down R2, and we're going to pass to the left right there. And wide open shot. We just got to quickly flick the right analog stick up for a nice wrist shot goal right there. Okay, cool little scoring trick that can be used in overtime as well as breakaways if you got time. Key portion of this is skating in under control. And right here, we got a left-handed shooter. That means we're going to go for the top right shelf. We're going to push the right analog stick up or aiming with the left analog stick to the top right-hand corner there. And get a nice goal number 1 there. Same shooter here. This time it's going to be a slap shot. So he's skating in fast and then going to get under control here. Okay, right about here. We're pulling the right analog stick back. We're aiming the left analog stick for the top right hand corner, and then we're going to take the right analog stick and we're going to flick it forward right there. Slap shot's much more powerful, but it can be very effective as scoring goals versus the wrist shot. Not quite as fast, but it's very powerful. Here we are again skating fast. Now we're going to skate under control here, and right about here we're taking the right analog stick, pulling it back, and then pushing it up right there, and then aiming for the top right hand corner because you got a left handed shooter, and that is a nice little quick hat trick right there. And of course for a right-handed shooter, one can go for the top left corner. Here we are skating up there, and we go ahead and we push the wrist shot part forward while aiming for the top left corner. Got to have enough timing and spacing though to get this shot in, as we do right there. And of course, one can try the slap shot with right-handers to the top left-hand corner as well. Here we are. We're going to take the right analog stick, pull it back, aim for the top left-hand corner there, and then push up the right analog stick right there, and get a nice slap shot goal. It's not just limited to the left side. The right side is available too. It's a little tougher, although the slap shot does have power, so it's going to get by some of the time. Here we pull back the right analog stick, and we take our aim to the right side instead. You'll notice we switched our aim on the left analog stick to the right side, and then we go ahead and we push up the right analog stick, and we get lucky on this one. His glove's not quite in the right place because the slap shot's very powerful. We're able to get it by him for a nice goal right there. Again, generally speaking, when you skate in with a right-handed shooter, if you're going to go for the wrist shot, you're going to want to go top left corner. Here we're skating in across. We're waiting for him to commit to the right side or his left side. He does. That's when we take the left analog stick, aim for the left top corner, and push the right analog stick up right there for the wrist shot, and get another nice goal right there.
And that's going to wrap it up for different ways to score. So what are my favorite 3? Well, number 1 has definitely got to be forehand, backhand. Been using this trick for a long time. It's very, very effective. Of course, it's all in rhythm and timing, but once you get it down, very effective play. I've used it in quite a few games dating back to at least 03, probably before that as well. I also like the one-timer. I've been getting burned on that a lot in the past, but I've gotten better at defending it, and because I got burned on it so much, I've gotten good at actually scoring on the one-timer. I like that at number 2. And, of course, at number 3, got to be the flip shot. It's a pretty cool move. Nice change of pace there. And, yeah, that'll wrap it up there. If one is looking for more tips on NHL 21, there is a link in the description below to a playlist. I'm going to try to leave a link in the comments section as well. But, yeah, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and good luck.